Okay. Let me sit down first, all right? Okay, I got this team. Okay, don't trust me today, okay? Don't trust me today. But good afternoon. How are we doing today, guys? Welcome to Flexible Fridays, where today we have like a special guest and we do stuff, we get fit, or we come in and we just talk about fitness or anything like that. Today is more of a shorter session today because I supposed to be having a meeting at 4, like 3:45, 4. So today, guys, please excuse me for being late, ma'am. I'm sorry. I'm logging into my computer. It always does this when I try to log in, so it'd be like taking me hours to log in. But I'm here. Welcome to Flexible Fridays. My name is Coach Johnson. For guys who don't know, who guys who watch this rerun, I'm Coach Johnson. I'm the founder of NBCL, Mentoring the Basketball Change Their Lives, where we mentor the youth through the sport of basketball. I started this Mentors Missions. Basically, this is called Mentors Missions, where I have my Mentors Monday, my Meaningful Mondays, Working Wednesdays, Flexible Fridays. We just come on here, talk about stuff. Basically, I can connect. I want to connect with the youth virtually because since COVID happened, we can connect with them physically. So I took this platform on YouTube to just basically break my horizon and get more people to watch it. So welcome. And yeah, so today, like I said earlier, we probably into there at like 3:30, but we still have a good conversation and everything. So today, we're gonna talk about more of mental health situations, mental health or diet. I'm not gonna sit up here and tell everybody that my diet is best because I'm sitting there eating Snickers and candy and honey buns and stuff like that, and it's not even a good diet. So, my diet is not good, but what teenager diet is. So, but my hair, oh gosh, look at my hair, y'all. But that's a topic point. Anyway, so I think we're gonna go more to the mental health side because I can relate to that more because the diet is not really going too good. So yeah. So today, mental health, I would go basically want to just go over simple fact of like I would say like anxiety, bipolar, depression, mental health issues like that. Today I was watching Miss Joni's Success Sessions, Success Sessions today, and Jordan Sparks came on there. If you guys don't know that Jordan was, I think, if I'm mistaken, sorry if I'm mistaken, but I think she was 16, 17, and she was on her way home and she got shot in her back. She was arrested too. She got shot in her back. So it was just like she was paralyzed from from the waist down. She came on today and she was telling her stories, how she had to get emergency surgery, basically tubes down her throat, like she wasn't waking up, like stuff like that. And it was real inspiring about how she came with it and told about her story as well. So I just want to give a shout out to her. But I know like stuff like that happen to people. They do experience real bad trauma, like mental health. I'm sorry, real bad trauma, and then the trauma turns to mental health, where so you have like depression. And she did kind of state in the session where she was like, it was times when she didn't want to be here. Like she had her notes where she just wanted like to say she wanted to kill herself and stuff like that. And it was just more of an effect of that. Like she pushed through it. She definitely worked through it, and she like you know, basically like overcame her mental health. And that's something that, people think about these youth in Baltimore that, our mental health cannot be overcome or it cannot be like, what's the word? Like we take mental health for a joke or they'll be like, oh yeah, I ain't got mental health problem. That's just crazy. And, you know, we're not crazy, but you feel me? Like we really have problems like that that we trying to overcome. Um, so you know, I have mental health as well. I suffer with, you know, a little bit of depression, anxiety. I'm not bipolar, but I do have my little moments where I'll be mad one time and then 5 minutes later I'd be happy. So I guess you can say I got bipolar, but you don't. That's besides the point. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna dive in today more about the depression. If you guys come in to watch this, you know, you can comment in the comment section if you guys want to talk about any questions you have for me. But today I'm gonna just go on to I'm gonna go on from off my computer. You guys can't see it, but I'm gonna just basically tell you guys what's the actual like definition of depression and stuff like that. Okay. Okay, so let me look up depression first. So we're gonna look up depression symptoms first. Well, it's basically the term is called a clinical depression, also called major depression. And some symptoms are the precise feeling of persistent feeling of sadness or loss of interest that characterize major depression can lead to a range of behavioral, physical symptoms. These may include changes in sleep, appetite, energy level, concentration, daily behavior, or self-esteem. Depression can also be associated with thoughts of suicide. Yes, like I was saying earlier, like how Jordan had saying she had like thoughts of suicide and stuff like that. You know, that was basically a big sign of depression. I actually just learned something new too, that you know, depression, some signs are sleep, appetite, energy level, concentration. I mean, I know it was a sleep and appetite, but in that energy level, you know, but the concentration, I never knew about that, you know. And then it says daily behavior or self-esteem. Yeah, self-esteem, you really can like, self-esteem is really like a big factor in, you know, not even just mental health, but you know, just your daily life as well. Like if your self-esteem is really low, stuff like that, like it's not good. You know, you always want to just have, you know, I would say this, you always want to have that person or those quotes or that video, stuff like that to make you like feel better about yourself. I know Nicki Minaj, you know, and Nicki Minaj, she's a rapper and she's like looked at for like different, like she's looked at from like different angles and different things like that. But she did have this one video. I don't know if I can find it or not. I could probably share it to my Instagram page. But she did have this one video where she was at like a home, she's like a collab concert, and she was just basically like saying like, keep going, you got it, go get your education, you just at the third. And I was like, wow, that's really inspiring, you know, because like a lot of like you would think artists artists that big will just be like not worrying about mental health and stuff like that. They just worry about making that money and keep going on with that day. But like it's some artists out there whereas though they really like focus on, you know, not just like the money aspect, they focus on like their fans aspect too. Another person, Jay-Z, he's definitely involved with his community. I would say his community definitely involved into his fans. This artist he's around, you know, he's definitely involved with like Meek Mills and who else? Meek Mills. I was going to say Lil Uzi Vert, but I don't think that's true. Meek Mills, Young Thug, excuse me. So he's very involved in stuff like that. He actually put ties back into them, or you know, like you know, Meek Mills was incarcerated, and you know, I think he like paid for one. I think he paid for like the best lawyer for Meek Mills as well. So stuff like that, little stuff like that, is all, but like it all ties in into like your mental health, you know, and it just all ties in like your self esteem, your depression, you know, stuff like that. So definitely I definitely just like, you know, just like recognize your symptoms. What else am I? Sorry. Definitely recognize your symptoms and, you know, just recognize like what you know, your symptoms, you know, contact someone so you can get help in that aspect. And then I'm gonna go more about getting help and stuff like that. But definitely contact someone about getting help. You know, find your coping. cope mechanisms. You know, if you like to go outside, ride a bike, take walks. You know, unfortunately, you can't go to the movies, stuff like that, but you can like go outside, take walks, and or for me, one thing I do if like I'm really depressed or something or like that, I'll go treat myself. So I'll walk down the street to the subway and buy me some subway and stuff like that. So that one, that's also practicing good self care. I learned that from Camry Chaos Movies, but self care as well. But that's just my three things, you know, about depression. I'm gonna talk to you guys more about getting help. Now, a therapist is cool. Don't get me wrong. I had a therapist when I was like 8 to like I was like 16. And I stopped going to my therapist. I'm not even gonna lie, just stopped. One time I had a meeting with her and I was like, it was like, it wasn't intentionally, but it was more to the effect of I didn't really want to go anyway. So it was like, you know, I'll be in school 8 to 3 and my meetings be at 4. But the meetings be down in university and University Midtown campus. And you know, I get out of school at like 3 o'clock, 3:15 roughly. Mind you, I gotta go out of, you know, it's a big school. So you gotta come out of the school, go across the street from my dorm, and then you gotta get in the train, go all the way down to State Center. By the time I did all that and then wait for the train, it had been 4 o'clock. So I just kept missing the meetings or I'll be a little bit late and she'll wouldn't be able to see me. And sometimes I just honestly be forgetting that I be having meetings because back when I was 16, I really didn't have a schedule. I really didn't really I had like my schedule how I used to, because now my schedule, I listen to it at all, like 100%. Like, that's all I do. If you want to get to me, want to contact me, want to meet with me, you let me know. I got it on my schedule. Or you can send me a Google invite. But I would forget. And it's more the simple fact I will forget and she'll call me but then when she called me, I'll be answering the phone because I know what she called me for. So I'll just send her a voicemail and she'd be like, yeah, Shalal, you haven't came for your meeting today. And I'm like, oh, I forgot. But then sometimes I just really didn't want to go. So I just wouldn't go. So like, but therapist is cool. I stopped going for my own personal reasons. A psychiatrist is really good. That's also something I want to do when I go to school. I'm a major in psychology, you know, because for two different reasons, you know, it's not a lot of black male, it's not a lot of black male doctors or psychologists. You know, and then people get the picture messed up when they say psychology. A psychologist is the only person that prescribes you medicine. When that's not the fact in my eyes. A psychologist would be the one who you come in to talk to, and they just diagnose you with your problems. Now, a lot of people don't want to be told what their problems are. A lot of people just want to come to you and vent, and that's to be that. But a lot of people just be like, maybe I should, you know, like listen to them and stuff like that. So our psychology is really good. But one thing I don't agree with is medication. You know, and I say this, and not to offend any therapist or psychologist or anybody that's watching this or will watch this, but doctors are so quick to put medicines down our throat to be like, oh well, yeah, you take this medicine, you'll be good, and do this, you'll be good. So I'm gonna tell you one of my stories. When I had ADHD, when I was diagnosed ADHD, I was diagnosed ADHD when I was 4. You know, I was on this medicine for a while, and then they gave me to this next. They changed my medicine over because I was getting too old for that medicine. So I took that medicine, and I was 200 pounds. Yeah, 200 pounds flat. And when I was a freshman, I wasn't a fat freshman, but I was like that skinny, chunky freshman. You guys know what I'm talking about. Like I had a lot of fat on me, but you know, it went away playing basketball. But that's a long story here. But you know, I was doing more of the simple fact of I was taking medicine and I wouldn't eat no more. I wouldn't want to eat at all the whole day when I'm on the medicine. Or when I take the medicine, I'll be like a zombie. I would just be like concentrated on everything, every little thing. But it still was hurting me in the simple fact of I ain't eat. You know, I got sleep because I was tired. If I got the medicine, I was tired. But I was concentrating more. But the biggest factor for me was, I'm sorry, I'm always sleepy around this time. I don't know why. Um, the the biggest factor for me was I didn't have no appetite and I was eating. So I was on the medicine for like not even a whole 3 months, and I lost 20 pounds just right off the medication because I wasn't eating. And my mom was like, "Why is he losing so much weight? Why is he so much weight?" And it's like, "Well, we don't know why is he eating, why is he not eating." And I'm just telling y'all, like, when I take that medication, I don't eat. And my mother used to sleep. Like my mother saw, like she like one time I just didn't take the medicine, and I would eat all day. You know, I wanted to be concentrated. I would be all over the place, but I would eat. So it's more the simple fact of I was just like that medicine wasn't right for me, and I didn't want to take that medicine anymore. So they changed me from that medication. They gave me a new medication, and I stopped taking that medication when I was 16, 17, because I didn't want to take it no more. You know, I moved to my uncle's house, and once I moved to his house, you know, he wasn't a big factor in me taking medication anyway. He was on top of me about taking my medication, but it was more a simple fact of, you know, my dad was incarcerated, so I didn't really have that father figure in my life to really like be on me and see how I actually work. I had a lot of female figures and stuff like that. So when I went to stay with him, he was basically telling me like he was basically just watching me and stuff. And like I didn't know, but he was like watching me and stuff. So like he'll be like, "Should I take your medicine today?" I'm like, "Nah." I'm like, "Okay." But it'd be like way too late for me to take my medicine. So I'm like, "Why are you asking me?" But little do I know he was asking me just to watch me to see like, okay, how did he act when you're on his medicine? How did he act when he off his medicine? You know, how do you like do the medicine has an effect? You know, if he take it one day, how long can it last? For like 2 days, 3 days, stuff like that. So it was more the simple fact of just him feeling me out and stuff like that. So I was just like he just stopped being much on me as possible. He was like keep stuttering. Sorry. He wasn't on me as much. So like he just stopped asking me if I take my medicine. Or he would look at me. Because usually one of our things was what we used to do was take our medicine together in the morning time. So cause he take medicine morning, afternoon, night. I used to take medicine in the morning, but he didn't be like you should get your medicine stuff like that. So I think it was either I ran out one time and I didn't go back to get none, or I just stopped taking it and I threw it away. And he didn't really say nothing because, yeah, because I was, like I said earlier, I was like a zombie. Like I was always focused. I mean, it was good to be focused, but like I was like, I wouldn't talk, you know, I wouldn't laugh, I wouldn't want to play. I want to just be like, center third. And it was just like, no, it wasn't good. It was like my teenage, like I was like I was addicted to the drug. Like basically, you can say I was addicted to the drug. But it was a prescribed drug. Let's not get it wrong. You know, it was prescribed. You know, I don't take unprescribed drugs. You know, it said Shalon Johnson on the prescription. But it was like that medicine had me like a zombie. I was like stuck. So I was just like, you know what? I'm not even gonna take this medicine no more. So I just stopped taking the medicine. And once I started taking the medicine, I did see a big difference in myself too. You know, I started talking more. You know, I started being the person I am today. Like I have been on medication for 2 years, and I've been doing so much in the last 2 years. It's crazy. Like it's crazy. Like the list ain't even finished yet, and I got like at least 24 things I didn't do while off medication. So, like I said, medicine is not always what people think it is. Now, like if you're in pain, stuff like that, you can take it too. But try home remedies. You know, like if you got a fever, put a lot of clothes on, stuff like that. Make you sweat the fever out. Like you don't gotta take ibuprofen and Tylenol because people take that like it's candy. Like I have a whole 2 big bottles of ibuprofen and Tylenol, and they like the same thing, but you're not. So like it's just like why do I got it? But I had mine for a different reason. Like Tylenol and perfect, they do work for certain reasons, so they're really messed up. But like you don't want to sit up there and just take pills and take pills, take pills, and then you sit up there and you're addicted to the drug. And that's another thing why I don't. That's another thing why I don't understand how doctors be like, well, why is there so many people buying prescription drugs when all y'all do is prescribe the drug? You know, somebody can get in a car accident, y'all prescribing oxycodone or Percocets and stuff like that. Now, don't get me messed up. Somebody in a car accident are already hurt, and that's the drugs they are prescribed to take. But once you start taking the drug over and over and over and over and over again, it's like, yo, when you gonna get a break? So that's just my opinion on drugs. Oh, my voice. That's just my opinion on medication. Prescribed medication at that. You know, if it's not prescribed to you, do not take it. If you find medication on the ground, anywhere in your house, don't take it, because you don't know what it could do to you. Never overdose on your medication. Take only what's prescribed to you, that amount that's prescribed to you. So that's just my thing about medication and stuff like that. Another thing I want to speak on, why I have the time, is self-care. And this all is basically, I'm gonna just end off with the self-care part, because self-care ties into mental health and depression, all that good stuff too. So self-care, shout out to Camry too. Camry Moses, she definitely told me about this earlier. Self-care is a big factor in, your daily life. Hold on. Excuse me. There we go. I'm back. So self-care is like one of the biggest things, you need to like work on for people. All right, let me say this like this. Self-care is the perfect thing for teenagers to work on. Got it. Sorry, y'all, that I'm all over the place today, but we gonna get it do. But yeah, self-care is more of something that teenagers need to work on. And what I mean by self-care is like literally what it says: caring about yourself. Treat yourself out to eat sometimes. Do a face smash. Log out of social media. All this stuff is from Camry too. So like, log out of social media. Take a walk. Stuff like that. Like, I really don't know too much about it because I'm still in the process of learning about self-care too. But self-care is a really good thing, and if you don't take care of yourself, it's really hard for you to take care of others. And it's basically how you be like, if you can't love you can't love nobody else if you don't love yourself. Like, that's really true. My saying that is just because of like, without the self-care, like if I didn't know about self-care and stuff like that, I would be a wreck. But I know how to take care of myself. I know how to be like, all right, cool. That's all I need to do. I'm gonna go about like this. Oh yeah. Excuse me. I'd be like, yes, with self-care, if I didn't do self-care for myself, I probably would just be like, I don't know, a wreck. But I know how to treat myself. I know what to do to make myself happy. Right? And self-care is basically making yourself happy, not playing the game, but going outside, like find stuff you want to do. Like for me, a big thing for self-care for me is I'll be up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and I'll just go on my balcony and I'll just watch the sunrise, I mean, a lot of people, Cameron probably wouldn't say that's self-care, but that's like stuff for me that makes me happy. It cools me down. It just calms me out. It got to be 5 in the morning though. If it ain't 5 in the morning with the sun come up, I don't want to be outside. Because it'd be cold. One day it'd be cold, one day it'd be hot. But that's neither here nor there. It's just more simple fact of I like to do that in the morning. I can see the sun come up. The birds come out, start chirping. People come for work. So it's just like, oh, that's a cool thing. And then by like when 9 o'clock hit, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock hit, I'm back in the house. So yeah. Or for me, another thing for me, and people might say this is ghetto or whatever, but I love to eat outside. Like I want to take a whole plate and go outside and eat, like walk down the street. No, I would get like some cereal or pancakes, eggs, and bacon, and just sit out on my balcony and eat and watch everybody go to work and, the sunrise and the birds chirping, stuff like that. Like, I like to do that. That's common to me. I think you might say that's ghetto. I don't know, but that's for me. That's how I do self-care for myself. That makes me happy. If I don't do that daily dose of going outside at 5 o'clock in the morning, like at least twice a month, twice, 3 times a month, I know I'm gonna be a rat. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, let me just go outside, Or I'll go outside late at night, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. But I would just like stand over my balcony and just watch. Sometimes you be getting tea about where you live at. Sometimes you really just be out there, just like calm yourself down, put the earphones in, and you can just be like in your zone, in your zone. And that's just something I like to do, and practice self-care for myself. But, find out what you like to do and do it. We're on quarantine, so man, if you like to do push-ups all day, every day, do it. Get both. Precisely for me and my health problems, I ain't gonna do push-ups every day. Sorry. I gonna be pushing 30 days. But I know once I get to college, yo, real, and I start playing basketball, I'm gonna come back to Baltimore like this, like wearing 280 solid muscle, strong cotton. So yeah, but that's basically what I have today. I definitely wanted to cap on mental health and like depression. We definitely capped on self-esteem. We definitely capped on what else? Medication, psychology, therapists. We did a lot today, just I suppose, just like I thought we would. So for guys who will rewatch it, rerun, basically, it's I do more of the effect of on Fridays. It'll usually be a longer class. It'll be like longer session through like 4 o'clock. I'll have somebody come over here and do fitness. But today, I just wanted to basically come over here by myself today and talk about mental health. I feel as though that's one of the strongest things we have as teenagers today. We don't want to accept it. It's okay that you have mental health problems if you're watching this, or like I said, it's okay if you have mental health problems. Don't beat yourself up about it. But you don't want to get your mental health problems, and you don't want to like get no help with it, because you can sit up there, you could just be struggling with your mental health problems, and you don't want to talk about it because you feel as though nobody's not gonna help you. Like, if you need help, I'm here. You can hit me up on Instagram at nbcl.md. I'm always here for you guys. I'm pretty sure Miss Joni would not mind if you guys hit Miss Joni up. She's actually a good person. That's what Heart Smiles is really all about. Focus on youth that's in mental health problems. You can be around more youth that's dealing with the same thing you're dealing with. Heart Smiles is a very good organization that deals with that mental health problem. So, you can hit Miss Joni up at Heart Smiles MD on Instagram. You'll see the big red heart that says Heart Smiles. Like, as soon as you put Heart Smiles in, you probably see it. So definitely, like, if you have these problems, or you have you have these symptoms and stuff like that, or you just feel as though that you want to just at least talk to somebody, even though you may not have mental health problems, you just feel as though you just want to talk to somebody, we're here, and it's you're going to be okay. Mental health, it's not going to kill you. It can if you let it. That's if you get to the point where it's though you don't talk to nobody. But mental health, it's okay. A lot of people, like I said, Howard Jordan, she overcame her mental health. So like, you can overcome it. You can fall. You can fail. You can fall inside the trap it gives you. It's basically your destiny, not your destiny, but your choice. So that's just my little take on today. It is exactly 3:28 for me. I do have a meeting at 3:45, so I'm in this meeting a little early today at 3:30. I keep saying this meeting. It's not a meeting. This is a session. It's called Flexible Fridays. Let's get this right. But I want to thank y'all for if y'all gonna rewatch it, or thank y'all for people that's watching it now. Again, like I said, I'm Coach Johnson. My Instagram is nbcl.md. If you want to come talk, or you want to like get your child involved in the program, you can find out more about the program at nbcl.md. Or you want to get your child involved in the program, you can look us up. You can DM us, call us, text us. It should be it's all in the bio. So that's that for me. Yeah. So thank y'all for coming and watching, and Coach Johnson out.